Moto Tenacity here. Right now we're on our way to get some new tires on the 16 R6. Man, we need some gas. First fill up. This corner's slick. They just tarred and put this chip seal crap all over my whole neighborhood, so probably pretty easy for the front end to wash out on you over there. It got a little squirrely on me the other day. So yeah, we're gonna hit up the gas station and then we're gonna go to Sunburst Motorsports and we're gonna get some Q3s put on here. I think Dunlop's got a big old rebate going on right now, so we're gonna take advantage. I actually run Q3s anyway, but it just works out. Usually during late summer you can get some Q3s for pretty cheap. So I'm not entirely too sure about what it's going to cost, but I think there's a $50 rebate right off the bat, so that's a good deal. Plus the guy I'm going to see anyway, he's got the best prices in town and he hooks us riders up pretty good, so man, I wish I would have had that on film. There was a whole bunch of gas left stuck in the hose and it spilled all over the side of my bike. Freaking rookie mistake. Noob. So we got a lot of canyons where I live, and we cruise up and down through there pretty good on our sport bikes, and I don't think we're going to be able to go out there very much anymore. I got a couple friends that got stopped by DPS the other day, and they were told, you know, if you're going 20 over the speed limit, which is what we do, you're going to jail. Apparently they've had a lot of complaints out there, so I guess you can't blame them, but I mean, come on. It's a pretty curvy road. We have two of them one going up a mountain, one going down out of town, and I don't know, speed limit's 35, but you know, easily in a vehicle you could take them at, I don't know, probably 45, 50, you know. So I don't know, I guess I don't see what the big deal is on a sport bike, but that's what they say. They're getting complaints and you're going to jail. So might have to cool it on those for a little bit. Is that a good takeoff for break-in? Some people like to baby their bike, I tell you what. I ain't too worried about it. These are pretty much made to be beat on from the factory, so I'm pretty sure they can handle it. So hopefully that shop's open when I get there. Maybe I'll be able to show you guys the 1098S Ducati 2007 that I was about to buy. We just couldn't come to a deal on it. You know, I don't know if he wants to sell it or not. You know, it has a lot of sentimental value, which I get that. But this thing is a 2007 with 2,000 original miles. Never been down. It's absolutely immaculate. It's just dusty. It sits in the back of this shop over here pretty much for the rest of its life. I don't know. My mechanic that I'm going to, he's kind of more of a motocross guy, and he also has a 2006 R1, and it's a 50th anniversary, I think. And you know, it's got 5K miles on it or something like that. He just doesn't ride. He's got back issues or something. So, and when he does go out, he just kind of putts around, you know. Man, I got all excited though. When we were talking about negotiating a price and this and that, and kind of looking at the market to see what was fair, I ran home, got on the Ducati forum. Man, I was asking all kinds of questions about that thing, and you know, looking at mods I was gonna do to it, and just, it was a fun bike to research though. I can't say it was a total waste of time, but I guess it was a good learning experience. That bike's quite a bit different than our Jap bikes. It's got a pretty noisy dry clutch on it, and doesn't really hurt anything. It's actually kind of cool looking. Get around this van. Yeah, kind of sucks. I was really stoked about that Ducati. I mean, you don't see those around, and with it being an S model, it had the full Olin suspension and the Marchini wheels. I mean, it was sweet. Hopefully I can show you guys when we get up here. Nice red bike. I see where the new R1 got its looks from, because you know, they've got the kind of cutaway in the rear fairing that's like a scoop, I guess you'd call it. I don't know, looking at the bike though, it's, you know, those are almost 1100cc L twin, and they don't use chains, cam chains. They use a timing belt, and they're not too bad, I guess, you know, if you've done a couple of them, but they look like they can be a little tricky, and I think they're good for 12,000 miles or something that Ducati recommends. But 12,000 miles or 2 years from what they say. So I'm told that you know, Rich, the guy up here, he could have done it for me, but we just couldn't make a deal on the price. So that's what it boiled down to. Let me over. Oh well, I'm really happy with this R6 anyways. It's a friggin' awesome bike. Everything happens for a reason, I'm told, so I'm happy with the way things went down, honestly. So and I actually have a lot of friends that race these bikes, and you know, they'll go buy a brand new bike and they'll take all the stock stuff off and trick them all out for racing and everything. So, you know, knock on wood, but if I wrecked this thing, I could probably rebuild it in a weekend and be up and running with all brand new OEM stuff. Popo. Yeah, they're hitting it hard over here. Gravel all over this road. Is that the moment when you wish you had a really loud exhaust so you can just blast it while he's writing a ticket to somebody else? Probably better off with my stock right now with that one. Oh, come on, gravel. Got to be kidding me. This road, I don't know what it is. This road sucks with gravel. Every time it rains, it's a freaking mess. And Rich, he's not here yet. So we're gonna pull over and wait. We'll park right here. I guess while we're waiting, we might as well take a look at my signal job, fender eliminator, and plug. So there's the flush mounts right there. You kind of see where I mounted the plate. Go around the other side. Turn these lights on real quick so you can see. The dark smoke, it's not super bright in the daytime, but at night they light up like crazy. Pretty bright. There's a tail shot right there. And if you guys have never messed with an R6 putting this tail plug in right here, it is not fun. I'd say if you wear large gloves and up, you're gonna be cussing. It's not fun. There's a trunk liner in the back here. I'll show you. So yeah, this trunk liner right here, the bolts I would say are probably right down in this area. So you've got to pry that trunk liner up and try to get a wrench in there. And it's not fun. Getting the tail off is pretty easy though. You pop all the pins. TST Industries is where I bought it. They have a video on it. It's really easy. Pretty much leaves you with no questions the way they explain it, so